Hey, finally in 1980s news, per Forbes, Disney's Little Mermaid backlash has reached insane heights. I can't help myself. Look, I'm glad this is a 1980s movie so we can talk about this because this kind of stuff drives me nuts.
Yes.
Among the new trailers released during D23, we got our first look at the upcoming live-action remake of 1989's Little Mermaid. Look, the film's been involved or engulfed in controversy ever since it was first announced that, and this is funny, I have to make sure I say it right, Halle Bailey.
Right, because
I
you don't want to
it's-
say Halle Berry.
Yeah, Halle
right?
Bailey. That would be really crazy if they cast Halle Berry. And then maybe I'd be like, well come on, that's weird.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, then maybe I'd be a hypocrite then. Huh. Am I an ageist then? I don't know.
I don't know. It depends.
right,
Halle
no
Berry,
cast-
shells or no shells? It depends.
Yeah, exactly. And she's no shells in that shark, whatever was that movie? That movie with the past with Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Travolta, I think. Shark Wire, Wire Shark.
Oh, was
what
it
it's called.
Travolta?
I don't know.
Shark
Anyway,
Wire?
yes.
We just made up a movie.
What's the plot? Let's do the
Shark
treatment.
Wire.
Let's phone it in. We have contacts. Shark
Yeah,
Wire.
but we need no shells, Halle Berry.
Can we get back to the Little Mermaid
Yes,
now,
okay,
please?
right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Speaking of children's cartoons, Halle Bailey was okay. So the film's been people have been up in arms ever since Halle Bailey was announced as the titular half woman, half fish in 2019. Well, the 80-second trailer for this film has inflamed a new level of ire that we have not seen among the least evolved of us. I'll say.
Yes.
Look, most of Disney's live-action remakes receive criticism for one reason or another. Usually
Of
because they're
course.
lame.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd want to remake Lion King as looking like real animals, doing cartoon stuff. Now, the Aladdin one was pretty good, actually. But
I'm
that
looking
one
at you,
was,
Pinocchio. Are you kidding me?
oh yes,
This
good,
thing.
right.
Oh,
Beauty and the Beast was fine, but
Beauty and the
really,
Beast was good. Yeah.
it was fine. That was probably the best one until
Yeah.
I think Aladdin. So I can get why you'd be pissed at this, but if you're pissed at the fact that they cast a non-white actress to play a fucking mermaid, am I going too
Wow.
far to say you must just be racist? Is that it? Just bottom line, you're racist, right? I mean,
There's no other way to say it. No other way. Yeah.
unless you've been mad, I guess, at every time a white person has played a person who's not white. If you've been mad at all those times, then
Right.
okay, maybe you got an argument.
you bought yourself some leeway. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Yes.
Consistently, if you've been, consistent.
But-
But yeah, I.
So the trailer has been flooded with 1.5 million dislikes from angry fans, despite the fact that YouTube removed its dislike function. So apparently there's a extension you can get for Google that allows you to dislike videos. And if you have that extension, you can see people's dislikes. Google owns YouTube.
Yeah.
So some people wanted to dislike it so badly that they
Yeah.
went out of their
There's
way.
like a Chrome
to-
extension that
I need to
allows you
find
yeah.
a special avenue to express my displeasure for this irrational reason.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if
Look,
you have that,
thi-
you can see that people are upset.
Yeah.
you know,
Go
I'm happy-
download it, you bitter shits.
Right. I am happy to say my exposure to the unhappiness over this, I've has only been like in the form of support for it, like exuberant support,
Yeah.
and of the casting of a brown skinned person. It's just all I've seen is support.
Oh, good.
But the exuberance has the clear intent of trying to counteract something else, the negativity. And so I know it's there. I just I guess that tells you about my Facebook feed. I don't know what it tells
Right.
you.
Yeah, your self-curated bubble that you live in, Kat.
guess,
Everything is
yeah.
wonderful for Kat. Well, good for you. You know what? Happiness.
Yeah, but I know. I read a Forbes article on this, and there was a great quote in there. It said, "After all, this movie was made for children, not embittered adults." And I'm not sure why grown men would think otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder,
Now-
is it mostly men? Is it mostly men?
that's what I'm wondering. It sounds like that's
Adult
the
men?
assessment in in this article. So, what do you guys know? Like, have you seen where the negativity is coming from? Have you
I don't know
witnessed it
the
yourself?
Demographics of it. I haven't paid attention to that. No,
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
but
certain
the fact
either.
that they say it's mostly white men, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be
That checks
surprised
out.
either.
Yeah, I see. I have the receipts. I did the math. Three little
Go for
points
it.
that I want to make. The first,
Go for
like
it.
you said, Will,
Yeah,
remaking these Disney animated films, especially if you largely just do it with animation, what have you done differently other than make it more realistic looking animation? The Lion King is a perfect example. Like, well, they used to be cartoon animals. Now they're higher resolution cartoon animals. They weren't real animals, right? So that's bad.
Right. It's another cartoon.
Yeah. You know, the second is that casting by race should make zero difference unless the role you're casting for has a racial component, right?
Sure.
If I'm doing Pocahontas, you don't cast Pocahontas as an Asian man, right? That's not the point. That's not the story. The story is about a Native American woman. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's the wrong race for a mermaid. There are no damn mermaids, so nobody knows what color they are. Maybe they're all purple. You don't know.
Right.
Exactly.
And finally, we talked recently about remakes and continuations and reboots and all that thing. The beautiful thing is, if you don't like that, the original one is still there for you. Ignore this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up. Don't buy a ticket. Speak with your dollars. Don't go, internet dumbass bomb the trailer because you think it's going to make a difference. The movie's coming out. Don't worry about that. Go watch The Little Mermaid. I tell you, the people that are bitching about it don't give a shit about The Little Mermaid. They just don't like that this Little Mermaid doesn't match the cartoon. And anyway, I'm done. That's all. That's all I had to say.
Here.
That's all I had to say about that.
Here.
I got to change my screen here.
I saw a great tweet that Linda Carter put out. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Linda Carter. I love Linda Carter.
She's amazing.
What a delight.
And she said, people are mad that the Little Mermaid is black. The lady who is also a fish, who lives under the sea, whose best friend is a talking crab.
That was all okay. I was fine you had me up there until we got here.
It is weird that we do this thing, right, as humans, where, and I'm talking about the people that are complaining mostly, is that since there is one already and it's a work of fiction, this one is somehow tied to it, even though it's it's a whole separate thing. There's no other connective tissue other than it is also the Little Mermaid.
Right.
So the
Based
fact
on the
that
same
that's
original
even
material.
So the fact that that doesn't create a precedent. It's the same reason people were upset about the 2016 Ghostbusters. Now it's women. It ruined my childhood, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
To John's point, it has nothing to do with the other one.
Yeah.
It's weird how we connect them, though.
It is. I love that this exists, though, because we do have our white Ariel. We already have that. And watching, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the reaction videos.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Of these young girls of color seeing themselves represented, watching the trailer for the first time. And I kid you not, I had tears. It hit me really hard seeing their reactions and their joy and amazement, because they were they were really astounded to see themselves looking back at looking back.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I saw like you're saying, suggesting, Kat, I saw like a compilation of a bunch of different ones, and it was all that expression was that, or some of them were even just overtly saying, they look like me. That's me. Well, I think unless you have been on the other side of that, you can't really understand. Unfortunately, you can't teach empathy.
Right. That's early. That's early stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we just lost the wonderful Nichelle Nichols, who played Uhura on Star Trek. And there were so many testimonials about so many people who were inspired by seeing themselves represented in media. Right. And all the good that has come of that, all the science improvements, all the scientists, all the people who joined NASA, who became, medical, studied medicine. And what's wrong with inspiring another group of people? Nothing. I don't know about you, but I like living in an educated and informed society, and I think it would be cool to have more people inspired. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
And while that video, the trailer had 1.5 million dislikes, as I pointed out, as of at least this reporting here, the most popular of the videos that Kat referred to has 4 million views. So
wow.
All right, hey.
Awesome.
Now that we've lost half of our listeners, shook them loose with a wheat in the chaff or something. Let's see, that was 1982. I think the news might have been that we're not racist.
That shouldn't be news, though.
Spoiler alert.